Google just released Agent Development Kit, allowing you to build multi-AI agents in Python, similar to the OpenAI Agents SDK. This was also released a few weeks ago. So in this video, I want to show you how to get started with Agent Development Kit. Let's go to the Quick Start section. Over here, you get step-by-step instructions of how to set up your environment and get started with Agent Development Kit. So let's begin with the first one. Set up environment and install ADK. Here they have instructions for different platforms. I'm going to use the Mac for this project. So the first thing we need to do is to set up a virtual environment in Python. I'll copy this command and launch cursor. Over here, I have created a folder. You have noticed we don't have anything in the folder. So I'll press Ctrl and backtick to bring the integrated terminal. To create a virtual environment, I will paste the command here. Before I press the return key, I'm using the Python 3 interpreter, so I will add 3 here and press the return key. We now have VM directory in the root folder. The next thing to do is to activate the virtual environment. Since we are using Mac, we have to use this command. Next, we need to install the Agent Development Kit package for Python. So I'll paste the command here and change this part to pip3 and press the return key to install it. That was also successful. So let's go back to the site again. Next, we need to create a project for the agent. And as they have described here, we need to create a directory and the following files. So let's use the same name. I will copy the name of the directory and go to cursor. Over here, I will add a new folder. Then I will add the name and press the return key. Inside the folder, we're going to create the 3 files. The first one is this one. So I'll select this and add a new file. I'll paste the name and press the return key to create it. Then I'll create the remaining 2, agent.py and .env. So we now have all the 3 files, initpy, .env and agent.py. As they have described here, in the initialization file, we need to add this import. So I will copy it and add it over here and save the changes. Then I'll go to the next. Then in agent.py, we add this sample code. So let's copy that and add it. Let's clear everything in the terminal and minimize it as well. So I'll save the changes. The next thing to do is to store your API key in .env. So let's go to the website and see what they have. So for this section, these are the API keys we need. I have already created Google API key. All we need for this project is to copy these lines and paste them in .env. So let's remove the string. I will then paste my Google Gen AI API key. Before we run the agent, let's go through the code. And even before that, let's go to the website again. Let's look at this agent illustration. Over here, you have seen a user is requesting the current weather information in a specific location. So to create an agent, you define some functions with tools, and then you give the tools to an LLM. So in this example, there are 2 Python functions that are tools. I'll show you in the code later. We have the function that gets weather information and another function that gets the current time of a specific location. So over here, we create an agent and equip it with the tools. You have noticed here the information obtained from the tools is also returned to the user. So the illustration you see here is the same as the code I showed previously. First, we define the weather tool to get weather information about a specific location. Then we define another function to get the specific time of the same location. Next, you create your agent. Using the Agent Development Kit, there are different ways to create an agent. So in this example, we are using LLM-based agent. With an LLM-based agent, you define the identity of the agent with these parameters: the name of the agent, the model you want to use, the description of the agent, instruction, and also the functions we defined in the beginning: get current time and get weather. So over here, we pass the 2 functions as tools so that the agent will be able to use them to provide relevant information to the user. So this is everything you need to do to create your first agent using the Google's new Agent Development Kit for Python. There are a couple of ways we can run the agent. We can run it through the terminal or use the web UI. First, let's run it in the terminal. We use the command adk run, followed by the root folder of the agent. Then I'll press the return key. So you have noticed here, it is running the weather agent. Let's ask the weather about New York. You have noticed it gives information about the weather, as well as the temperature. So this is the first option to run the agent. The agent development kit also has a web UI for running the agents. To run the agent using the web UI, we run the command adk web. You have noticed here, it is now running on the local host at port 8000. I'll press command and click it to view it in the browser. From the top left, we have an option to select the agent. So the UI is just similar to any AI chat application. One great thing about the web UI is that it supports multimodal input, so we can add a text prompt. You can use your voice. It also supports video. Let's use the same prompt and press the return key to send it. You have noticed here we have the same response, and over here we have different information about what we just sent. You have noticed we have a visualization of the agent and JSON response for the different parameters. So this is how to get started using the agent development kit to build multi-AI agents in Python. In this example, however, we built a very basic agent. I will make a complete playlist in building agents using the agent development kit.